Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode of Jason's Shop. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a set of really sturdy, heavy-duty sawhorses. Now, of course, over here, the reason I'm doing this is I'm actually building these for a friend. As you can see here, here's a pair of cheap plastic sawhorses. You might say, oh, they're kind of broken because there's not that red thing on top, because you can get these at Harbor Freight Fair. They're about $12 a piece. They're not even worth that. I went over to a friend's house. I was doing some remodeling work for him, and he said, oh, don't bring your sawhorses. I've got sawhorses. And I get there, and these two worthless things are set up, and or ones just like this. Well, what happened was I broke them within the first use. I mean, big pieces of plywood and sheets, moving them around. The first thing that goes on these things, here, let me fold this out. The first thing that generally goes are these catches on the side. They'll break right here at the base of this thing. This one here is still intact, but the top is broken off. And these things are just junk. And this is a sturdy sawhorse that will probably outlast you or me. It is constructed of just basic 2x4s. Well, the top is a 2x6. But anyway, that's what they're constructed of, and they'll give you lots of years of use. And I'm going to make my friend a pair of these because I tore his up. So anyway, he's paying me $25 to make him some. So it's about what he paid for these, and they're never going to wear out. So I've got the little Magnus saw set up here, and we're going to saw out these are 32 inches long, and it's just an I-beam of 2x4s, or 2x4s, and this one's a 2x6, this one's a 2x4. My dad made these for me, and he didn't make them uniform. He just used whatever scrap lumber was laying around, but my friends will be uniform. So let's get going. Okay, here we are set up. Basically, we're just going to saw 3 lengths of 32-inch 2x4 out. I'm going to do that right now. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with sawing 2 more out, so I'm going to just saw these 2 out. Then I'm going to show you how we're going to put them together, or how I'm going to put them together. Okay, I've got my 2 pieces here basically positioned in what's going to be the bottom half of the I-beam. I decided to go with 2x6s on top because I have the stock out in my shed. I went out there last night and I saw it, and I just thought, well, do a 2x6 top because it's going to be a little bit more sturdy and look a little better. Anyway, this one here is a 2x6 top. The other one over there is a 2x4 top. Now, what we're going to do here, I have, these are 2-inch screws. Now, if you look, that won't hardly even touch it or go through that there, that board. So what we're going to have to do is countersink it. And we're going to countersink it down about to right there. So we're going to select a drill bit that will allow the screw to pass through. And I think, while still gripping a little bit. Generally, you could probably punch through this without splitting it, but trust me, it would split on me. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a piece of duct tape because it's handy and tear it off. And I'm going to make a marker so that I'll know how far down I want to go. So I want to go down about to there, so I'm going to hold that right there, and I'm going to put that tape on there just like that, and that provides me with the drill stop. Yes, I could hook the shopsmith up to the drill press function, and you can see there, that tells me how far down I need to go in that, okay? All right. Or actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm just going to drill right through it. When we countersink, we're going to do this, okay? Sorry. Sometimes making videos gets me cut off. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically just line this up by sight. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Line it up by sight, and we're going to drill our holes through there. So you can put a mark on there if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to basically slide this over and punch a hole right through it like so. Okay, so there's our first hole. Now we're going to countersink and we're going to do all the tape stuff. So I'm going to select a drill bit, excuse me, with a head that is big enough to accommodate this. And this one here looks like it will. Then I'm going to go through, down, and do that with the duct tape. So I want to go down about that far, about maybe halfway. That'll still give me enough grip, yeah. So I'll mark it with my finger about right there. Come over here, grab the tape, whatever tape, masking tape, duct tape, whatever you have. Okay, so that's going to give me the depth that I need. And I'm going to put this in here, and we're going to countersink it to that point. Okay, so here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and go to that point, and we stop. Okay, now we're going to do this all the way down, and we're just going to drill them in, put the screws in, and make the I-beam. Okay, as you can see, the I-beam is fully constructed. It's very strong, and it's ready for the legs. The legs are going to be 28 inches, and we're just going to mount them, lean them up against here and mount them. And then my dad didn't put a cross brace on mine, but I'm going to just add for some structural stability. So I'll put one of those on, and then I'll put them all on, and you can see the finished product. Okay, as you can see here, I've got one of the legs done. This was actually this pink. These are pink on the other side. This was a bed, a captain's bed that I made for my daughter, and that she no longer uses because she got a brand new bed. And this is reclaimed lumber. Always make stuff like this out of reclaimed lumber. It's just dumb to buy new stuff. Okay, so what this is going to do is just going to sit up in here. And I drilled these holes here at a slight angle, so they'll go down into this board here with minimal amount of screws showing. The other one's pretty much the same way, but we're going to attach those now. We're going to do that 4 times, and that'll give us the legs to our sawhorses. Okay, here's our nearly finished sawhorse. Like I said, I'm going to put some cross bracing right underneath the beam there to just add a little bit of strength, and then I'll show you the completed sawhorse. Okay, now the way I did my cross bracing was I just held the board up there to the place that I pretty much wanted, and then of course this is the flip side of it. I made 2 marks with a pencil as to where I want it to go. And what I'm going to do is take it over here to the Magna saw, and I'm going to tilt the blade at the right angle to these and just make 2 cuts. This should be pretty straight. This doesn't have to be dead on, you know. It's a, just a passive piece of equipment. It's not precision or anything, but we want to get, as accurate as we can, but super precision is not necessary. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust that and cut it. So basically just what you can see I did was I just kind of lined it up and sighted it in. And so when it goes through, it will cut that angle on it, and also for the other one since it's the same. So I'll go ahead and cut those now. Okay, now what you can see that I did here, this is the block that's going to go in there. Like I said, it's not 100% perfect. There's about an 1/8 of an inch gap on the air side. But once I screw it in, it'll be nice and solid and sturdy, and it'll add to the stability of this. I'm going to drill and countersink 2 screws on each side of it, and once I'm done with it all, I'll show you. Okay, here is the finished sawhorses. As you can see, the side braces are in it. This thing is extremely sturdy. So remember, you have to make 2 of these. So anyway, this is a really easy, probably one of the easiest sawhorses I know of to build, and this will provide a lifetime of service, good service in woodworking to my friend and also to you if you make these things. That's all for today. I'm going to finish up my couple of sharpening videos and post them later. Hope you enjoy this. Leave like and subscribe if you are really into this channel and this kind of stuff.